Are you thinking about getting a Luno mattress and you're wondering, is the price tag really worth all of its features? We actually have some mixed feelings about that. You have found Explore Trek Adventure with Kelly and Greg. We cover everything camping from backpacking to adventure vans.
Luno makes a bunch of different types of mattresses. They have some for the back of your truck, back of your SUV or car. We're going to show you the version that's made for vans.
Full disclosure, we bought a used van and the Luno mattress came with it.
First thing we need to talk about is the size and weight of this mattress. If you're in a van or an enclosed small space, space is a premium, and this thing is really big, like really, really big. See how big it is here? And I think it's around 13 pounds. It's pretty heavy. It also comes with this pump here, but ours, for whatever reason, had another pump, and this is also a Luno branded pump. Works the same, holds battery really good. It's just really, really big. On the outside bag here, they did include a nice big handle, makes it easy to pick up. If you look here, they did also include a small repair kit. Just slightly humorous because it entails just a piece of tenacious tape. And if you're not familiar with this stuff or how to use it, we actually have a video that we repaired our hot tent because we burned a whole bunch of holes in the top of it. We'll throw a link to that video down in the description below. They did put some thought into these mattresses, as you can see, and then to make it easier to kind of visualize, we're going to set them up out here and you can see the different pieces. This version for the van actually comes in 2 separate pieces. This is the one big mattress that goes on the top, and this guy fills in the space in the van. Let me blow it up and I'll show you what it looks like. First time you take this mattress out of the bag, you'll notice a really, really big difference between this and other mattresses, at least the ones that we've used in the past. This is actually made of a 300D, I think it said Oxford nylon, and it almost feels like canvas. It is super, super, super thick. It has 2 separate valves, one for inflate, and the inflate one has a little check valve so you don't worry about air coming back out. And then the deflate is just a big old hole. And the valves, actually, these are pretty soft and they go in and out pretty good. If you have this Luno pump, it's really easy to use. It's got one big button. You have to hold it down a long time for it to turn on. There's 4 little LEDs that show you the battery usage and the USB-C to charge. One thing I've noticed is this pump does really well with holding a charge. I think I've only charged it once and we've had it in here for months and it's only down one little bubble. When you're filling this up, even when you think it's full, give it like another 30 seconds and that way it gets nice and tight. Now that these are both blown up, you can see they're drastically different shapes. So this is built to fill that center section between the seats, and then these pods here fill that little space between, well, the footwells. And then once that's in, this sits like this, and it's got a little cutout here for the console. So this is how it actually is in the van. You have to actually inflate it in there. One thing to note about this system is normally when you're in your van, these seats are flipped around so you have a lot of living room. But in order to have this mattress in here, these seats have to be flipped around like normal, but then pushed all the way back so you have the as much room as you can. I'm just gonna deflate these a little bit so we can get them in there, then we'll pump them back up in the spot and we'll show you how it looks. So when you're deflating, it just opens up. You can see obviously it's a pretty big hole, so it deflates pretty fast. One thing to note is when you do it in there, you're gonna wanna use the pump and suck the air out. It just makes the whole process way easier. Okay, I'll see if that's enough to get it in there. Mattress is fully inflated, both of them. You can see there's a little bit of a gap right there. But you do have a lot of space this way. You don't have a lot of space this way, so you have to be a shorter person. One thing I don't like about the system is the steering wheel is right here where your feet or head are gonna be. You also have all the electronic system, and if you have a child in here and they're flailing around, I just would worry about that. This is my next big con about this mattress. It is built for vans. It's not specifically built for this van, although it does fit in here. But with a Sprinter, this whole system and with this mattress is tilted back towards the seat. And it's a slight tilt, but it's still there. So people end up rolling down into this section here. What I was hoping they would do is have this section of the mattress be fatter, thicker, and that way you would balance out, because we've actually had to shove stuff down in the seat here to kind of get things level. I don't think you should have to do that. And also, if you look at the bottom structure here, you can see it does fill this space, but it's way too low. It really needs to be up here. And if they had it where this one was bigger, it would be way better.
We've had guests sleep in here, but myself personally, I have not yet. I am 5'9", so it is a little bit of a tight squeeze for me. I can fit with my legs slightly bent, my head up here. I mean, I guess I could put my legs on the wall, but that was not comfortable. I think the only thing is that I need to be sleeping this way because I slightly roll down. If I sleep this way, we had our guests complain about this, their butt ended up falling out of the hole.
Yeah, your butt just slides right off.
Yeah. So you really have to be facing that way.
The $1 million question is, would we buy this now if we didn't have one? And it's kind of a half and half. There really is no other space for the extra person to sleep if you needed to sleep 3. We've seen a couple different options for people, the way they could sleep in there, but this seems to be the best option if you have to sleep 3. I don't like the price. I think it's too expensive. The only nice thing is we are a part of a couple Facebook groups and people are always asking for one. So of course, they don't want to pay the full price. If you can get a used one, I think that's a really good deal. This material is really thick and I think it's going to last a long time. So that bigger price tag, hopefully extended out over time, isn't going to be as bad.
Hopefully you found that helpful. Go watch this video next. You can find us at explorertrekadventure.com and we'll see you next time.